Hello and yes, welcome to another video with me, RobBoy680. Now today this is a very interesting video which a lot of you out there in the vinyl community will probably be interested in. I have always put my records, well not all my records, mainly just my favourite records, which are the Beatle related ones, the Led Zeppelin, the solo Beatles and some Clapton records in these polythene sleeves. And of course, the polythene sleeves are definitely easier to get, they're more popular, I think you see more records in them, but they're not necessarily the best sleeves to put your records in. I've recently invested in getting 100 of these Blake sleeves with the fold over sticky flap. So today, I'm going to be comparing the two sleeves. So I've basically gathered the three most crucial things with these sleeves, which are the picture quality, how they make the record look, the durability, how long they're going to last, and of course the most important one of all, which I'm going to save till the end, how well do they protect our records. So let's do the first one. Let's do the picture quality. This is the most interesting one, I think, because these polythene sleeves make the records look so cloudy. I mean, if I put it out, look at that. Just look at how cloudy the record goes when it's in the sleeve. I mean, I've taken this record on purpose, the McCartney album, because it's black, and it shows the colour a lot more better. It shows how cloudy it goes. See it on the back. I mean, there you go. Look at how cloudy the picture goes on it. So, colour, you know, how it makes your record look generally. I guess whenever you put a record in one of these sleeves, it looks good because, you know, it shows it's been protected. But however, it makes the quality a lot more cloudy. Whereas with the Blake sleeves, I mean, the quality is brilliant. So, yeah, just unstick it a bit for you. Now pull it out and show you. It doesn't do anything to the colour, the quality. You know, it is brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. The first thing which I liked about these Blake sleeves was the fact that I could see the colour. I could see the covers to these records. You know, they looked absolutely brilliant in these Blake sleeves. So that's 1-0 to the Blake sleeves. Here you go, we'll put the 1 down here. Here's a 1. Ready? Bam! There it is. A 1 to the Blake sleeves. And a 0 to the polythene sleeves. Now next one, the durability. The durability is where it gets interesting, because as much as I want to defend these Blake sleeves, because I personally prefer them, I think that the polythene ones have a bit of an upper hand here. The unfortunate thing is with the polythene sleeves is that they crease more easily. The problem which I always had with these was when I wanted to put them away. These are difficult to put away. They just sort of slide in like that, and then look, you get this big baggy bit here hanging off the end, and I'll just put it out. Here you go. You see how much was hanging off the edge there? If you just try and slide them in. With these sleeves, you actually have to sort of put your hand in and push them in, and that creates creases on it. So, but the good thing is, these are quite hard to split. You know, if you wanted to split them, you know, just see how easy they are to break. These are quite difficult to actually split. Whereas the Blake sleeves, they don't crease as easily. However, they do split a lot more easily. Has this one got a split yet? No. I know one of my sleeves, my Blake sleeves has, so I think this one has a bit of a split. Yes, it does. I can see it from here. This is my Electric Light Orchestra, the blue. No, not in blue. Mr. Blue Sky. You can see there, it's actually split down the side. So this one, you know, I only put this in the sleeve yesterday, because I only got them yesterday. This one here could already be looking at getting a new sleeve. It's not because of the size of the record, because I mean I've got like Zoom, which is exactly the same size record, which fits in nicely, and no splits. It's just how these sleeves are, I guess. So it's pretty tough because the creasings obviously make them look a bit more, you know, they don't look as nice once they've got creases on them. But you want them to last longer. So I'm actually going to give this point to the polythene sleeves. So 1-0. Okay, so protection, this is the important bit. Why do we buy them? Well, we buy them so they look nice. But the main thing we want to do is protect our records. That's why I've always bought them. It kind of helps them not to get ring wear, which is great because ring wear is just a pain in the arse. But unfortunately there isn't much you can do about it sometimes. But anyway, it helps to protect the ring wear. Protection. Okay, so if I was to, I'm not going to do it, but if I was to really dig my nails in and just whoop, right across there, it would come out in the polythene sleeve and the record would be unharmed. However, the problem with the polythene sleeves are, it can just fall out. The record can just fall out if you're holding them wrong. And I've done it before. Sometimes when I'm bored, I'm sitting at home, I'm watching a film, don't know what to do. I sometimes come up here and I get a handful of records, I take them downstairs to look at. One time, as you can imagine, I had a big pile, all in these polythene sleeves, and the one on the top sort of slides out the edge, bam, on the floor. Luckily the record wasn't damaged, but it could have been. And that's the point, it could have been damaged. But anyway, you can actually get polythene ones with the fold over bits, which I've only just discovered. I never knew that they existed, but I went to a Beatles record fair on the weekend and I bought John Lennon's Men Love Avenue, which I've got here somewhere, and it's in a Blake sleeve now. The sleeve it was in is downstairs, and I have to sort through all the other polythene ones to find it, but and it was a polythene one with the flap over, which I didn't know you could get polythene ones with the flap over, but they're obviously a lot more rare, so anyway, the majority of them come open, so that's what I'm basing it on, whereas the Blake sleeve ones, of course you can get Blake sleeve ones without the flap. I've got one here, hang on. Here it comes. It's a Ringo album, but yeah. See, look, this is a Blake sleeve with no flap over. But the flap overs are brilliant ideas because you can just look, nothing's falling out. You know, brilliant idea. And of course, if you're gonna run your fingernails along them, doesn't really come out on the sleeve either. It won't come out on the records because, you know, it's protecting it. So this point here is definitely going to go to the Blake sleeves. So yeah, the 2-1 to the Blake sleeves. So I've grown up. Well, no, not grown up. I've been buying Blake sleeves as long as I can remember. Not Blake. I've been buying the polythene sleeves for as long as I can remember now. I've been buying them since I started collecting records, and the polythene sleeves had always served me well, but I've always had that problem. They get creased. They don't look very good on your shelf. All my polythene sleeves are up here. My Beatles ones are still in them, but I've ordered another 200 Blake sleeves, so the Beatles ones will be coming out of them very shortly. They don't look as nice on the shelf. They look a lot more cloudy. Like, for example, my Paul McCartney collection was all in the Blake sleeves, but now I've taken them all out and they're all in the polythene sleeves. Sorry, I keep getting that mixed up. Now they're in the Blake sleeves. You can see them a lot more clearly. Let me pull the camera up. Where are we? It's a bit hard to do this. But yeah, you can see there, look at how much neater they look. You can actually read the spines. It's just they just make a massive improvement to how they look. So, I mean, in all fairness, the polythene sleeves are great. that the Blake sleeves are better by quite a long shot, I'd say. As much as I like the polythene ones, because I've had them for a long time, I think the Blake sleeves really do win. So the only problem which I have with a Blake sleeve is, I'd say, the durability, but you know, that a lot of people in the VC have said that they do last a while. Not as long as the polythene ones, but they do last quite a while, so that's not too much of a problem. I don't mind, let's say they last 4 years, I don't mind replacing them after that long. The only problem is the glare. You know, if I hold it that way, look, you can't even see the cover, but who cares? I mean, if you get it at the right angle, there we go, see, it's fine. So the Blake sleeves are pretty much nearly perfect. However, there is one more topic that I want to go over. So we're at 2-1 at the minute. The next thing I want to talk about, I wanted to save this one till the end, because this is the problem I had with the Blake sleeves. Sizing. The size of them. You can obviously get them in different sizes, but I'm just going with these ones here I bought. They're the average sized Blake sleeves. They're the average Blake sleeves that are sold. Sorry, I can't speak very well today. So they do work really well with you know, single records, and ones with, this is a gatefold, but it's only got a small gatefold, if you can see. So they work really well with them. The only problem is certain records. This is the problem I have. See, with this one, the good thing is the sticky bit is here, so I just need to pull it off, then I can pull the record out. The cover never needs to come out of Blake sleeve again, as far as I'm concerned, because all I need to do is open it up and just pull the record out. The problem which I had with certain albums, like I'm going to Take a Ram, for some reason it wouldn't go in the same way as that one. It would only go in this way, where the sticky bit's at the top. So I actually have to unstick it, pull the cover out to actually get to the record, which I find quite annoying, because if I put it in the other way, I don't know why, but the sticky bit wouldn't, the flap wouldn't reach. So, but then again, comparing them to the Blakes, the polythene sleeves, God, I'm awful today. They are too baggy. The good thing is with these, they are tight and not too tight. They are just right, you know, they keep the record well in, they're not going to move about in there. When you put them away on the shelf, you're not going to get no baggy bit hanging off the end. See, look, there we go. Nothing wrong with that, look, there's no big plastic bit hanging off the end. Whereas these, they're too baggy. You've got this big bit here, when you know, you've got it here, and then when you slide them in on your shelf, you normally end up with it like that, and you know, they just don't look nowhere near as good. So again, even though both of them have their faults on size, of course you can order them in on different sizes. So for that reason, I'm going to give the Blake sleeve another point. So 3-1, it's an easy win for them in my opinion. I'm sure some of you out there probably prefer the polythene sleeves, but Blake sleeves easily get it from me. I've got 100, I've got another 200 on the way. I've just got under 400 records, so I need to order a few more in, I think. The only problem is over here in the UK, they're a bit hard to find. They're a bit pricey, because I know that in America there's loads of different sites you can get it on. But I found them on Amazon off this seller. Here's his catalogue, and right on the back page, there they are. You can see all the different sizes there. So yeah, I got the bottom one. Yeah, bottom one there, which is £15, £5 postage, so it's £20 for 100, which is a lot more expensive than the polythene ones, because the polythene ones are like a tenner for 100, but it's well worth it. So anyone who's thinking about getting some sleeves, or thinking of changing from the polythene ones to the Blake ones, I highly recommend you do it. But if I was you, I'd do what I'd done. Order 100, see how they go, see if you like them, and if you do like them, then go ahead and start ordering in the rest to fill up the rest of your collection like I'm doing now. So anyway, Blake sleeves are great. I'm very pleased with them. They're brilliant. you know, the polythene ones, yeah, I'm slowly swapping my polythene ones. My George Harrison ones here still in polythene sleeves. You know, hopefully Monday they'll be in their Blake sleeves. Gradually swapping them all out. At the minute I've put my ELO, Paul McCartney, John Lennon, vinyls all in Blake sleeves, and Jeff Lynne, solo Jeff Lynne, all in Blake sleeves, and hopefully, because I've got 200, that took up 100. Hopefully I should be putting my Beatles, Eric Clapton, George Harrison, Bob Dylan, Elton John, Madness, Pink Floyd, Stones, Ringo, and Wilbury's stuff all in their sleeves as well. And also I might put my, if I got some leftovers, I'll probably then move on to putting the Kinks and Quo stuff in them. But anyway, that's it at the minute. The Blake sleeves are brilliant, can't recommend them enough. Be sure to check them out if you haven't already got Blake sleeves, because they make your collection look so much nicer and newer and fresher. So yeah, anyway, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed the video. Be sure to leave a comment on your opinion on the Blake sleeves and the polythene sleeves, and like the video and and subscribe. Thank you very much for watching.